Welcome to Conspiracy Corner Podcast, everyone. This is Abe, your host. Sometimes, man, driving to and from work, I like to do Drivecast and let you all get a good view of up my nostrils. Sorry. But yeah, I got like about an hour drive, so I just if I got a lot of shit on my mind and I have energy or just feel like talking, I'll do a podcast. I've done about, several, honestly. Just because honestly there's mostly trash on the radio. Usually in the morning though, I used to listen to, and sometimes I still do, Bob and Tom. It's a kind of like a Kentucky morning talk show on the rock station, but they're pretty funny. A lot of their jokes are like dad jokes and stuff, which I love. I don't know. I just like corny stuff like that. But I just got off work. Car's in the shop, but it's done. I'm supposed to get that later today because Sammy works first, I work third. But that's about it. Just been working and podcasting. You guys have seen, I don't know. I wanted to kind of tell a story of something that it's happened to me. This is the first time it's happened to me, and I don't know if anyone else is dealing with this or not. And I knew it would come to this, but the story starts honestly with just news in general. My wife was on the phone with one of her family members, and I don't know why she puts her on speaker. I don't dislike this family member. I love her to death, but we butt heads, man. She's the type that, watches the news, and I used to live with her, and I had to get out of her house because all of this nonsense that's going on right now, I mean, I don't really need to say what it is. YouTube, I'm pretty sure everybody knows what I'm talking about. All this nonsense, when it first started, I was actually living in her house, and she just watched the news all fucking day, and don't go out, because we like going hiking and stuff, and it's like, I'm not putting myself in house arrest, I'm going out, and I'm gonna have a life, and we'd fucking argue, because she wanted us to do what the government says, and it's like, your son-in-law is a anarchist conspiracy theorist. You really think I'm gonna do what the government tells me to fucking do? I love her to death, but what started it though was I was listening to BitChute, and they had a news story that somebody had uploaded on there. And this was actual news. This isn't a conspiracy. I find it ironic, too, because everything's kind of inverting now in a weird way. Not everything, but some stuff is kind of inverting. Like, you couldn't fly a plane, for travel purposes unless you took the wizard potion, And now, I guess a lot of these airlines, the pilots all drank the wizard potion, and they're just dropping like flies. And now, they're reporting that no one, if you have drank the wizard potion, you can't fly on a plane due to clotting of blood, which is fucking crazy. But by the way, for YouTube purposes, I am not a medical professional. Do not take any advice from me medically. I have to say that. But yeah, so my wife was on the phone with her on speaker. And I couldn't help but laugh. I wasn't laughing because they died. I mean, it sucks, but I just laughed to keep from crying. I was just like, Jesus fucking Christ, she's like, what? And by the way, this woman, man, I had been, like I said, we lived with her when this shit first started, and this has been going on for like a year. So she would be trying to fucking brainwash me with all her Fox or CNN or MSNBC, whatever the fuck trash she watches. And for a year, we just been butting heads about this, and I've been like telling her all this shit that's not conspiracy. And I think after a year, if you haven't figured it out yet up here, you know, that this is not about a beer bug, that this is about control. And if you, I don't know, didn't have an education and weren't taught about Nazi Germany and what happened there with the whole yellow stars on your arms, and if you can't put two and two together, then I can't help you, you know. So I just she said, well, you know, I'm gonna drink the wizard potion. And it's like, I just kind of snapped, you know, because it's like, dude, I'm not trying to like control you. I don't want everyone to be like me. I love that everyone's different, because that's what makes this planet a beautiful place. If everyone were the same, it would just be dull and terrible and horrible, you know. But it's like, I've been telling you for a year, because she doesn't do research. She just watches the news. And the only thing, as far as I know, that she uses internet for is to order stuff online and listen to music. Even though, you know, I've told her there's ways to, or I've told Sammy, I'm not sure if she's told her, hey, there's ways to look this stuff up yourself, you know. Because I don't know, that I think she has that mindset of if it's not on the news, then it's not real. It's like, okay, I mean, there's stuff like the Smith-Munst Act, where I believe that was the act that prevented propaganda to be shown to American people, and Obama was the one during his reign that pretty much canceled that out and made it legal to use propaganda on the American citizens, which is pretty fucking evil. Then, I mean, you got stuff like Operation Mockingbird, which is like declassified, not a conspiracy. Like, it was basically the CIA, you know, infiltrating news media to use it to their advantage. And I mean, I can't remember if it was like some CIA director was like, he had a quote that, I will know that the CIA has completed its job when the American people don't know what to believe anymore. And we're to that point. The CIA has done such a damn good job that most people don't even know what to believe anymore. But this wizard potion, man, it's tearing people. It's gonna tear people's families apart. Literally. Because these people are gonna start dropping like flies, which they already are. You're not hearing it on the news. You have to go to alternative websites. I keep telling people this. Everyone's like, oh, I don't see it going on. Okay, go to the alternative websites. And by the way, adverse reactions or deaths are only, I think it was like something like only like 1% is actually reported to these, like, the CDC or whatever, you know. Oh, by the way, Facebook, you can now talk about, no, it wasn't adverse reactions, it was, never mind, sorry. But yeah, I kind of got into it with her, and I said some things which I shouldn't have said. I was just pissed, man. But it's like, dude, for a year, you know, and it drives me nuts because I've been screaming at the rooftops for a decade. You know, I took the red pill back in high school. Well, probably like after high school. I was about 18, 19 when I took the red pill, though, and just finally woke up full blown. And I mean, I learn every day. I learn new stuff, that I didn't know. I'm not saying at 18, 19 years old, I knew everything that the government was doing. I knew every plan, But, I spoke a little bit about the SPARS exercise and Event 201, which if you guys have not researched that, please do. The SPARS exercise... No, Event 201 is actually on the World Economic Forum website. So once again, not a conspiracy. You can go on the actual official World Economic Forum website and just look up the Event 201, sorry. Them and 21, 201, Agenda 21, 201, something's got to be like numerological, like mystical with that number. If anyone knows anything about numerology, because I don't really study it, let me know in the comments, like, if you know anything about 21, because 201, I guess you'd cancel out the 0, it'd be 21 again. 2021 is when all this shit's going on. Something with the number 21. But yeah, I just was like, and I was mad. But it was like, it wasn't like a mean mad, like I'm mad at you. I was mad at her, but it was more like, I call it righteous anger. It was mad because it's like, I've been trying to talk to you about everything that's going on for a year, and you're still going to take this. And I said, you're going to die, man. Or I didn't say you're going to die. I said, like, there's a possibility of it. I mean, and she had responded, well, I'm going to die within the next 2 years. And it's like, first of all, if you don't, who says you're even lucky enough to die? No one has given, by the way, she doesn't have cancer or anything as far as I know. I mean, no doctor, unless she hasn't told anyone, has given her a death sentence within 2 years. So she's kind of being dramatic. She's not good. She doesn't have good health, but like the whole mindset of I'm gonna die, within the next 2 years anyway. So why does it matter? And it's like, dude, that's if you're lucky that you die, because some of these people are having like permanent side effects, but they're not dying, like Bell's palsy. There's multiple people here. There's one chick here in Kentucky, but I mean, there's multiple people who have done interviews and filmed themselves and who are literally like walking around, like, not trying to be mean, but like Michael J. Fox right now, just constant tremors, like Parkinson's or MS, man. And it's like, then you're going to be like, oh man, I wish I would have died, but now I'm just stuck like this forever. Like, no, man. Or half my face is frozen. And the part that aggravated me the most was like, I had like told her, man, like, this shit isn't even mandatory. Like, she doesn't work there now. She works at like a ma and pa. So I'm not sure if her boss is pushing her to do it. But it's like, this shit isn't even mandatory. So why are you doing it? Like, I don't fucking get it. I don't understand why, unless like I kind of understand if people have to do it for a job. But even then, I would put my foot down and be like, no. Like, I'm not gonna take this gene therapy, and it's not even a V word. By the way, everyone keeps calling it a V word. It is not a V word. It's experimental gene therapy is what it is. So let's stop calling it the fucking V word, for one. Another thing too that pisses me off, man, if anyone, I haven't had anyone talk about it, say that I'm an anti-V word. I'm actually, me and my wife, I'm going to kind of get a little raunchy here, not trying to be gross. I told everyone multiple times on this channel that this is not a kids, kids shouldn't be listening to this shit. But that's the thing. Like, people are saying, oh, if you don't want to take this, you're an anti-V word. I'm not an anti-V word. I just don't want to take experimental gene therapy. God gave me RNA and DNA, and he doesn't want mankind or man fucking with it to make me essentially non-human. If your DNA and RNA is altered, you are essentially a non-human. I mean, so what? Here's where it could get real dark. Like, what does that entail then? If you're not a human, does that mean you don't have rights as a human? Biologically, you technically wouldn't be a human. Does that mean that, oh, you're just like a product at that point? That can go down a whole nother fucking enslavement realm right there. But, yeah, me and my wife, I had started this job, and you guys would know, anyone who's kept up with the old channel. By the way, if you want to check out the old channel, you're welcome to. There's over 400 videos on there. I had 200 subscribers. I just can't post on there because I got too many strikes. So sadly, I'm starting from scratch when it comes to YouTube. But the channel's called Abe Williams. The profile picture is a sideways dream catcher. So, I mean, there's over 400 videos on there. Like, have fun. There's a shit ton of information on there. Shit ton of podcasts, all sorts of shit. But I had gotten this job at a place called KFC in Harrodsburg. A place called KFC. Listen to me like no one's heard of KFC. But I got a job as a chicken cook. This was after I was trying to get out of bartending and stuff, and struggling with getting sober and all that. Oh yeah, I remember there was a Hep A outbreak going on in Danville and Harrodsburg, the two towns in that area. So all the restaurants were having their employees take a Hep A shot. And honestly, like, I was like, man, this is fucking weird. Like, I've never worked anywhere where they were like, hey, you need to get a vaccine to work here. And I almost thought about, like, man, I ain't doing this shit. But I mean, I needed a job, and where I was struggling with alcoholism, I'd already pissed my wife off enough at that point in time. I'm like, no, I just need to fucking, happy wife, happy life, And I wasn't going to turn down a job when I needed a job because I wasn't going to get a needle in my arm. That, and the other reason, she got it with me. We both got a Hep A V word, because basically Hep A comes from, like, fecal matter. Not trying to be gross. So if you're doing butt stuff in the bedroom, which we do, hence why we're both like, we probably should get it anyways, if we're doing that in the bedroom. And I mean, it can also happen from, like, someone wiping and getting some on their hand and not knowing and not washing their hands and then messing with food, and then next thing you know, everyone's spreading Hep A. So I was like, let's fucking do it, man. So we're not anti-V word, and that was like 2 years ago, maybe 3. So for people to go, oh, you don't want to take this V word, this wizard potion, because you're anti-V word, and it's like, no. Why do you all automatically assume just because we don't want to take the wizard potion that we're anti-V word? And it's just, that's how they divide and conquer. Order out of chaos. United we stand, divided we fall, man. This is what they do, is turn each other against each other. Another word I don't like either is they're using this V word hesitancy. And it's like, I don't like that, because it implies that I'm just hesitant and I will eventually give in and drink your wizard potion. And it's almost smug, like, oh, we need to combat V word hesitancy. I'm not hesitant, motherfucker. I drew my line in the fucking sand, and I'm just not gonna do it. Ever. I've already spoke with my wife. I've already told her mother, like, look, you're gonna be pissed at me if this shit gets enforced, because I'm gonna lose my job. I'm gonna lose my house. I'm not taking it. And I told my wife, I said, I'm not taking it ever. So, I mean, if you gotta divorce me because I'm never gonna be able to get a job again, then sorry, boo-boo, my body, my choice. I can't risk being fucked up forever and or, you know, off the face of this earth because of a wizard potion and a beer bug that has a 99.96 survival rate. 99.96 survival rate. It's no more dangerous than the common fucking cold. The flu virus is more dangerous than this shit, man. That, and let me just say this too. They have never isolated this beer bug. So they've never actually even proven it exists. The PCR test, the PCR test, that proves it. No, it ain't. The maker of the PCR test literally said, do not use this for testing for beer bug. It's a DNA test. And he's like, dude, you can make it, you could find anything you wanted if you just make the range a certain way. It's all medical stuff that I couldn't explain. I'm explaining it like a commoner, you know. But the part that made me mad too is I told her, I was like, look, man, this doesn't just affect you. That's why I'm also pissed, because my wife goes over to your house once a week. And the thing is these people are shedding, I'll have to use code word, pointy proteins, man. These people are shedding pointy proteins on people. And the maker, not a conspiracy, the maker of the mRNA wizard potion, one of the makers, has literally came out and said, yeah, that's one of the reasons we didn't want to put it on the market, was because of spike protein shedding. It's fucking crazy. And it's like, I have autoimmune deficiency, and I told her, I said, it's because of people like you. You guys are gonna fucking kill me, you know? And that's what pisses me off. I'm not even drinking your wizard potion, and you're like inadvertently forcing me to drink it. And I told her, I was like, I'm not trying to be mean, but you can't come over here. I said, you know, my wife can go visit you, and as soon as she gets in the house, she's changing clothes and at least taking a whore bath, because I don't want that shit on me. I know, and here's the thing. My wife and my wife kind of argued a little bit, and she's like, well, there's no way you can avoid it. And I said, no, there's no way I can avoid it. But I compared it to, like, the person is a family member of hers, so she hugs and kisses on her. And it's like, dude, that's straight up shedding all over you, dude. You know? I said, there's a difference between, like, let's compare it to pink eye, is what I said. If I fart in the room and you smell it, you know that's getting on your eyeball, but you're not automatically going to get pink eye. But if I shit in your fucking eyeball, you're going to get fucking pink eye. You see what I'm saying? And I compared it to, man, it pisses me off. You know, okay, I'm going to die in 2 years is what she said. Not my wife, but the other person. You know, so why not do it? Okay, that's pretty much saying you're suicidal. That's like taking a gun and going, well, I'm going to die in 2 years, so I might as well pull the trigger. But before I go, you know, I'm going to shed on you, meaning I'm going to shoot you in the leg, and then I'm going to blow my brains out. Well, fuck, why'd you have to shoot me in the leg just because you wanted to blow your fucking brain out? You see what I'm saying, people? This is a fucked up situation, man. And where I was saying they've almost kind of inverted everything, it's getting to the point of the people who don't want to drink the wizard potion, we might actually have to wear these stupid masks and gloves. And everybody else, you know, that took the wizard potion is gonna, you know, they're not gonna have to wear it. But it don't matter, because they're shedding their nasty bullshit on us. And I don't know, the part that made me sad though is like, this shit is causing prions in the brain, which is like gonna cause basically mad cow disease within people. And I keep saying it's zombie apocalypse is coming in September and October. The SPARS document even said it. Go look up the SPARS documents. Not a conspiracy. Go find it. Read it. September and October, shit's gonna hit the fan. These prions are gonna turn these people's brains to mush, man. And, you know, you're gonna have a bunch of fucking people with mad cow disease. A bunch of people, family members that you know, that you love. And it's like, whatever, dude. You are not even forced to take this. And you're, like, voluntarily risking getting prion disease. But I don't know. I just kind of wanted to vent that out. Well, I got a little bit more before I finish up. Here's another thing. If people are still doubting that this is all conspiracy theory shit, do you guys remember the movie Ferris Bueller's Day Off? The teacher, the Bueller. He did the dry eyes, the eye drop commercials. I seen he put out a video here recently. He took the wizard potion. He took 2 shots of the wizard potion, and then he took a booster of the wizard potion, and he basically put a video out that he's like, I feel like crap. You know, I felt sick as a dog, no energy, achy all over. And then the creepy part was like the whole prion shit, which is my theory, but he said he started feeling like extreme irrational thoughts after he took the booster. So it's already affecting up here, man. That is like the first time that I've heard anyone say that they've started having extreme irrational thoughts. So I don't know, man. I mean, people think I'm kidding when I say it's going to be a zombie apocalypse. Is it literally going to be zombies, like they're rotting skin and shit? No. But you're going to have a bunch of paranoid motherfuckers. Just look up prion disease and the side effects. It's insane. You're going to have a bunch of paranoid motherfuckers who have mad cow disease. You know, symptoms are irrational thought, paranoia, anger. And the crazy thing is it's going to be like that movie I Am Legend. Like, they're going to be fast on their feet. And the thing about a zombie apocalypse is I told my wife, like, we used to watch Walking Dead, and I was like, at least with, like, Walking Dead, you just got to kind of wait it out because eventually the flesh rots. But with people with mad cow, I'm not sure if mad cow kills you eventually, but your skin's not, your flesh ain't rotten, so I would imagine, like, you're just running around acting like a fool until someone either takes you out or, I mean, I don't know what they're going to do with all these people. Just shove them in isolated jail cells or what, man? Until they die? Or is that when martial law is going to be enacted at that point? Because once we're in martial law, I don't think we're going to come out of it. FEMA's going to step in, and that's never good. Yeah, there was a podcast I was listening to the other day, Mel Krell, and she seems really cool, but she had said something about, man, I hope FEMA steps in and has something planned. And I'm like, FEMA? When the fuck did FEMA become the good guys, man? Anyone who's been a conspiracy theorist for long enough time knows, like, no, FEMA, no good. But I just had to vent, and I think this was an important issue that I wanted to talk about, because I know my listeners, they're probably going to have someone who takes this, family member, friends, if they haven't already. And I don't know, I shouldn't deal with it with anger. And that's something that I struggle with, is anger, but I just had to vent and get it out. And it sucks because it's going to get worse and worse and worse. Like, I got a brother who says he's going to take it. He's got 4 kids and a wife, and I don't blame him. I'm not judging him. But he's going to take it if he has to keep his job, And it sucks because it's like, dude, I don't want to see my brother as a zombie or permanently fucked up or, But I'm home. Thank you all for chilling with me while I was driving. I hope this was, I hope I gave you some good info. I hope it was somewhat entertaining. And you all have a good day.